What is going on, guys? Today's video will be extremely long, but I'm going to take you step by step through getting an e-tune with your cob access port. Now, I'm going to get my custom e-tune from Panda Motorworks, and in this video, I'm going to take you step by step how to email, get your tune, go over all the instructions that they lay out for you, and just show people that it's not intimidating to get an e-tune. And I just want to show you the steps because it's so easy. Alright guys, first thing you're going to want to do is go to pandamotorworks.com, go to shop by vehicle, click whatever vehicle you got. We got a Focus ST. Go down to tuning, and I'm going to get this one, Panda Motorworks Focus ST Custom Stock Turbo Tune. So you click on this, you purchase it, and then after you purchase it, they'll send you an email confirmation that you purchased this tune, and then they will send you your first tune with your first set of instructions. Alright guys, the very first email from Panda Motorworks says, "Hello Brian, start by registering your access port and updating it using AP Manager here." So if you haven't registered or set your access port up yet, you should have done that straight out of the box, guys. So that's the first step in getting a tune. Then it says it'll need you to hook up the AP and flash the appropriate OTS map. So just basically, it means you set it up. If you haven't watched our setup video, I'll link it right here. But I set up the Stage 1 93 octane tune. So I've got all that done. Then it says it will need a picture of the access port screen in the help menu showing your installed vehicle ECU type as well as the Ford. And then it has a bunch of X's marked out because everybody's number is different. I'm not going to show my number on camera, but I'm going to show you exactly where to go to take the pictures. So he needs pictures of that in your access port after you have everything flashed. Then it says I will also need a complete vehicle power list mods, including brands. Then I will be able to write your base map. It's also recommended to install one-step coder spark plugs gapped at 0.026 when tuned. So guys, I have already done that. The video's probably not going to be out yet by the time this video's out, but be on the lookout for that. I do install one-step coder spark plugs. I show you how to gap them, all that good stuff. Guys, make sure you're subscribed. A lot of videos for the Ford Focus ST are coming, but for now, let's get back into this and let's get tuned up. And that's all it says so far. So that's literally step number one for the email. So guys, let's get this going. Alright, like I said, I'm not going to show my serial number and everything, but everything you need is right here. And you go to About Access Port. And then after you click on About Access Port, it will show that serial number they're looking for and part number, everything they wanted. It's on that screen. You might have to take a screenshot, scroll down. It might take 2 pictures to take pictures of that whole list they're wanting. But anyways, guys, I'm going to take these pictures. I'm going to get my mod list sent to Panda Motorworks. Alright guys, in this email, it says right here, you should be logging in your ticket at the bottom of the email. So go down here, click log into your account, and then right here, you'll scroll down, and this is where I took pictures of the access port a while ago of what they wanted. I got those pictures and serial numbers sent that they wanted, along with I confirmed that I already had the coder plugs, and then I let them know that just a couple mods I have. So anyways, guys, that email sent. So now it's just a waiting game. We're going to update you every step of the way. As soon as they email me back, I'll tell you all what the instructions are. We'll go for a ride along, do whatever they had me to do. So anyways, guys, whenever they email back, I'll hit you back with an update. Alright, guys, I got the second email from Panda. So take the cord that come with your access port, mine's all tangled up, and take your access port, and you're going to want to plug this in the side, and then you're going to want to plug this end into your computer, And then I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you kind of what the email says, briefly go over the instructions on the second email, as well as show you how to open the access port manager, drag the tune into your access port manager so you can put the tune on your access port itself. All right. You to the side. Alright, so here's Access Port Manager. These are all the tunes that already come on the Access Port Manager. These are always going to be here. So first thing we're going to do, I'll go over the instructions with this in a minute, but you'll see there's a tune right here. I'm going to save this. So I think it should be under downloads if I've saved it. Yeah, right here. So find wherever your tune's saved, and I'm going to drag mine to this folder. I'm going to make my own tunes and data log folder. Okay, so I'm going to cancel out of that for a second. So guys, just to get your eTune into your access port, you literally just drag and put it in there, and then you hit yes, and then there it is. It's going to be called Panda Tune something. So this is the new tune that I will flash to my car here momentarily, but first let's go over some of the email instructions they sent. Alright guys, the second email reads, Brian, make sure you read the entire email, lots of info that you need to complete the logs correctly, and your eTune file will be attached at the bottom. Here is your map file set up as follows: 93 octane, 7,000 RPM redline, 5,000 FFS, slot 1, no LC, slot 2, 2.5 KLC, slot 3, low boost / economy. So guys, this tune is going to have different slots, and I will show you how to do that when we get into the car and I upload this tune. So basically there'll be some cruise control buttons you can mess with, and you can actually switch between tunes on the fly. So we'll go deeper into detail in another video on that, and I'll go into detail in this video as well, but I think that itself deserves its own video too. So we will go over that in this video and in another video, just to make sure you all get that. It says also, it reminds you again to install the one-step colder spark plugs gapped at 0.026. I've already done that. Video is coming on that. And then, yeah, it just says we have those pre-gapped if you need a set. And then it says, let me know what you like or don't like, and we can make adjustments to the drivability part of the map. Throttle mapping, torque limits, etc. The power delivery will be adjusted based on the data logs. I look forward to working with you. And then it says something about map switching, what I just mentioned to you all a while ago. And then it says, I turned off the sound composer and shift light by default, so if you want to use either of those, tell me. Use the tag for map slot indicator. So then it shows you how to download the AP Manager again. Make sure you're using the latest firmware update with Cobb. I'll show you if you're on how to update the firmware here in just a second. And then it says, make sure your car is operating temperature by checking the coolant temp on the AP gauge. You want it to be over 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Your octane adjust ratio should be -1. Do a few short wide open pulls to let the ECU learn and set. Do 1 or 2 wide open pulls from 2,000 RPMs to 6,200 RPMs in third gear. Save those logs to your PC and email them to me by replying to this email and attach them as CSV files. Please start the data log at 2,000 RPMs. To do this, click the log, then wait for the values in AP to read. Then start the pull, or it will cut some of the log due to starting the pull soon after clicking the log. So I guess if you click it and then you do it too soon, I guess the AP won't read the beginning of the log, and then the data log's useless. So make sure when you hit data log, you wait just a second and then you hit it. So then it wants you to set up your data logging profile to only read these certain things. And I'm not going to read this. I'll just kind of show you what they want you to be monitoring. I guess everything else is not necessary. But here's a list right here, and I'll kind of stop and you can screenshot that if you want. But yeah, and then it just says Panda Motorworks does not modify the factory CU in any way. And it just gives you some guidelines and legal stuff. And then the tune's at the very bottom of the page. So now that we got the tune into our access port manager, it's right here. So to make sure you've got the firmware update, it'll say updates right here. And then you can click confirm for upware updates, and then it'll tell you if you're using the latest firmware or not. Mine is updated to the latest firmware, so we are good to go there. So guys, after you manage everything, and then I'll show you how to read your data logs later. I actually need to delete these. I just did some playing around when I very first got my cob access port. But yeah, delete all your data logs, but especially before you start trying to do the tuning data logs, because your tuner's not going to want to go through a bunch of weird data logs that he didn't ask for. So make sure this is fresh before you start data logging for your tune. Well, anyways, guys, hit eject, and now it's safe to remove your access port from your computer. And then now we're going to take this and we're going to upload it to our car, and then we're going to go do our data logging in our pools. Alright, access port is back. So to upload our new tune that we just put on there, you're going to want to go down. Turn everything off. Yeah, guys, always make sure your radio and your blower motor's turned off. Anything unnecessary to run the battery dead. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I also just want to make sure that if you skip through some of the video, you understand. So go down here to tune. Then go to change ECU map. And then we're going to find our Panda Motorsports tune. So click it, hit continue. And here shortly, it will start flashing our new tune from Panda Motorworks. So while the dash is freaking out and stuff, I'm going to let this get up to 100, and then I will be back with you all momentarily. Alright, we just got to 100. Let's see what happens. Please wait while the access port is relearning. Check mark always means good. So we're going to click continue. And then it always recommends you turn the ignition off for 15 seconds before you restart. Alright, it's been 15 seconds. I have noticed after every time I reflash my ECU, the first startup it cranks for a second before it fires up. Alright, so this is a multiple slot tune. So there will be like your performance tune, your fuel saving tune. So to engage that, hit cancel right here. You'll see your tack go up to 1. And then you can hit the up and down to switch between tunes. So this one has 3 slots. So make sure you're on slot 1. That's the slot you want to be data logging in. So then hit cancel to just go back to your normal stuff. Alright, so we're going to let the car warm up. We're going to drive around. We're going to let the octane ratio relearn. And then before I take off, I'm going to set up the data logging how they want everything monitored. And then, guys, we're going to go do some data logs and do some pulls. Alright, so to set your data logging up to only monitor what they want it to monitor, go to Gauges, and then let this load. You're going to go up to Setup, go to Configure Data Logging, and then, guys, there's a list of stuff. So, like, this is one of the things on the list they want monitored. So if something on the list isn't monitored and it's green like this, just uncheck it from the list. So we got our map slot, and I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I showed you all a picture of the list earlier. But just make sure only the stuff they want monitored is highlighted, just like this. And then, guys, we're ready to take off, and we're ready to do some data logging so we can get this sent back to Panda Motorworks. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to let my coolant get up to temp. I'm also going to drive around until this is -1, until it relearns. So to start data logging, you just hit OK. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to film this, but I will have my GoPro going, so you'll be able to see me. But I'm going to reach over here. Once you press this to start data logging, give it a second before you do your pulls. So, like I said, this is I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm just trying to do everything right and try to go into as much detail as I possibly can for you all that are doing it for the first time. So I'm going to let this get up to 175, drive around till this is -1, and then we can press this to start data logging. And we want to do a pull in third gear from 2,000 RPMs to 6,200. Lift, let it read, and then maybe do a 2 or 3 just to make sure you get it good enough. Alright, guys, the fuel relearned. It's back down to -1. I'm up to operating temp. So as soon as I find a decent spot, I'm going to do some pulls. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, guys, data log's done. Pretty sure I got a couple good ones in. I did 2 or 3. So when I get home, I'm going to show you exactly how to drag your data logs off the access port onto your PC or laptop so you can send them to your tuner. So I'll see you all in a few. Alright, hook your access port into your PC just like I showed you in an earlier clip in this video. So let the access port connect. Again, go up here to filter, go to data logs. Well, did a little freezing action there going on. So right here, go to data logs, and right here you see I have 3. That is how many I did earlier. So let's see if that worked. Yes, that did work. So all I did, I took all 3 of these, I drug them into my tunes and data log folder. Now I'm going to get on my email and send them to the tuner at Panda Motorworks. Okay, let me see here. I can cut this out. Right here. So it says save these data logs to your PC, then email them by replying to this email and attach them as CSV files. So we're going to go down right here, hit reply. We're going to scroll down. We're going to hit attach files from this computer. I'm going to go to my tunes and data log folder. And then I'm going to highlight all three of these. I'm just going to send all three of these. And you see these are CSV files. So right there, they're attaching. And then we are going to send. Alright, data log sent. I will update you guys whenever they email me back. Alright guys, next email. Before I start reading this though, Panda Motorworks says on their site that they want a 24 to 48 turnaround, or they try to keep that with their tuning and logs and stuff. And I will say it's always been next day. So like the other night when I sent the couple maps I sent, they literally wrote me this tune back the next day. So they're very quick. This process so far has been very easy, and their turnaround is very, very fast. So I'm very impressed with Panda Motorworks tuning process. But I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm not going to go into as much detail here as I did earlier. So if you need to know how to download the tune off the email and put it onto your access port, scroll back when I did it the first time in this video. But for now, this email says, Dear Brian, looks great. Here's the next map. Grab me a log or two here on this new map. So basically all I'm doing, I'm taking this map, this updated map, I'm putting it on my access port, I'm reflashing this tune, and then I'm going to get it up to temp, make sure I'm monitoring the right things on the data log, and make sure the octane ratio is -1, and I'm going to do a couple more data logs on this map right here. Alright guys, we're going to flash our updated tune now. So go to change ECU map. And then go down. This was the first one because it says 1.0. You'll want to go down to the one that says 2.0. So we're going to flash this. All right, I'm going to let this get to 100. I'm going to let this get to 100. And then we'll go do some logs. Alright guys, second map. I'm where I'm supposed to be on temp, octane ratio, all that good stuff. Now I'm going to do a couple logs so I can send back to the tuner. That'll get it. So we're going to send that log back and see what's next. I didn't video the process, but the 3 data logs I did a while ago, I emailed them back to the tuner. So as soon as he writes me back with the next step, I will video it, keep you all updated, and we'll continue on with the process. Alright guys, vlog update. Alright guys, email update. It says, Dear Brian Lewis, looking great. Here's the next map. Grab me a log or two. And it's the Panda Tune 3.0. So this is the third new map that we've been sent. So again, I'm not going to film it. I know I filmed a little bit on the second one. I just don't want it to get repetitive. But basically, rinse and repeat what I've already done the last 2 maps that I've got via email. So I'm going to do that and then send my data logs for this. When I get the next email, I'll give you all an update and we'll go from there. All right, again, round 4, looking good. Here's the next map. Grab me a log or two. So now we're on the 4th map. And I will say Panda Motorworks is excellent. They're literally when I log and send my data logs, they're literally next day with the new updated maps. So huge shout out to Panda Motorworks. If you're needing a tune, you know exactly where to go, www.pandamotorworks.com. So guys, again, I've already filmed this. I do not mean to sound repetitive, but I'm just going to download the new tune, put it on my access port, reflash my car, and I'm going to go data log and get a couple logs and send them back to the tuner. When I get the next email, I'll update you all again. Alright guys, last email update. This is Dear Brian Lewis. I'm happy with that. The tune is now complete. Enjoy. So, it took 4 different reflashes until he was finally happy with the results. So, big shout out to Panda Motorworks. Thank you all so much for doing my tune. Guys, I really hope this video showed you step by step the easiest process possible to get your e-tune. But for now, I'm going to end the video here. We're going to go out, we're going to do a little rip, and I'm kind of going to give you my first thoughts and impressions on this tune. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to do an off-the-shelf Cobb map versus a custom Panda tune, as well as I'm going to give a deeper review on this tune itself. So guys, I appreciate you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, comment down below. Make sure you're following us on all our social medias. Guys, until next time. Alright guys, just a few things about the tune that I really like so far. So he turned off the annoying shift light in the dash where it's the green arrow and it tries to tell you when to shift. He did shut that off. I love that. He also turned my sound composer off, which it took a little bit getting used to at first, but now that it's gone, I actually really like it. So I'm actually going to do a composer delete. That'll be in a future video. But anyways, this thing just seems like it gets through the gears a lot faster now. It feels a lot more responsive, and I just cannot wait to do some more mods. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give y'all a sneak peek of the next few things I'm doing to the ST. But for now, we're going to enjoy this tune. I'm going to do a couple more videos, like I said in the last clip. I'm going to do so basically when you buy your access port, they call them off-the-shelf maps, and it's just ones you can pick just to have a map for, you know, the time being until you get an actual tune. So I'm going to do like a stage 1 tune versus this Panda tune and try to compare them in the most detailed way possible. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that video. But for now, I'm going to get in a good spot and I'm going to show y'all a little rip. And then in the next clip, I'll show you the next few things I'm doing. So if y'all have stuck around this far in the video, comment down below that you lasted. And yeah, let's just let her rip. Alright guys, as promised, a sneak peek for those of you that hung around. We got the Cobb motor mount. We've got Cobb downpipe. And then we got our sound composer delete. All these wonderful parts come from Panda Motorworks as well. So I'm going to flip the camera around and let y'all get a better look at them. Rear motor mount. Cobb downpipe. And then the sound composer delete. Alright guys, like I said, thank you so much again for watching. Huge shout out for all of you that have made it this far in the video. Y'all the real MVP. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure you're following us on all our social media. Until next time.